Wow. Okay. Oh, people. It's just funny sometimes. You know, the overall energy of this reading is the Knight of Wands. This is about male or female, an energy that runs in and out of your life. Seems with no regard to your feelings, just theirs. Okay? They usually run in with the staff of new beginnings, they run out with the staff of passion. Usually don't know when they're coming back, that type of energy, but they always return. Let's find out why the Knight of Wands is surrounding this reading. Up here in your highest energy, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, you think they're being sneaky and deceitful? Well, they could be. They could be. I don't know. I don't see any cards that say that they are here. But this is what you think, and this is what's on your mind because of their actions. Their actions say that they're being sneaky and deceitful. Let's read on. I don't blame you for feeling that way. Next to the Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups. Well, they're coming back. That's kind of why I have to giggle. Okay. They're coming back again, but it's joyful. This is a joyful reunion. It's always joyful when they come back. But you're having your suspicions, okay, about why they do this. Why do they act this way? So it's a joyful reunion. They're coming back right above the Knight of Wands. And it's right next to the Six of Cups. So yeah, they're a soulmate. You might have known them since childhood, even like teenage, pre-teenage, even when you were babies, sometime in your childhood. But you have definitely known each other in other lifetimes. That's your connection. When you look in their eyes, male or female, that's what draws the two of you together, is that soulmate energy. So under the Seven of Swords is the Ace of Pentacles. This is what you'd like. You want this relationship to become much more stable, much more secure. You might even want a commitment, okay? But I think first you want the stability to be there in this relationship. It's right next to the Knight of Wands, this Ace of Pentacles. You want them to offer it to you or to accept your offer. Next to the Knight of Pentacles is the Wheel of Fortune. This is also right under the Six of Cups. The universe has gotten involved here. They are whispering, both of you, because it's under the soulmate, especially to the Knight of Wands, okay? They're whispering in their ear. They're nudging them, they're pulling them, they're pushing them to move forward for the better of this soulmate relationship, the Wheel of Fortune. You can't stop this. This is the universe in action, okay? It's a wheel, and it pulls, and it spins, and it propels you forward. And it's trying to propel them forward with this soulmate relationship here with you. So under the Ace of Pentacles is the Knight of Swords. This is rushing. This is rushing forward with that sword of truth. And I feel like this is what you're probably going to be getting at, is getting the truth, because see, in your highest energy you have the Seven of Swords, and you don't know. You're like, you don't know if this relationship will ever become secure and stable. So you're rushing forward with that sword of truth, like, tell me the truth. I need to know what's going on here, because this is how I'm feeling, that you're being deceitful and deceptive with me, because you run in and out of my life. What else am I supposed to think? So you rush forward. And it's like, I think this is the next time they come in. And I think you hear what you would like to hear. You didn't expect it, but I think they're going to convince you that there isn't anybody else. I don't think there is anybody else. When I take out the second half, I could change my mind, but I think you're the only one. I think this is just the way they are, and they're throwing off this energy of being deceptive, okay? Right next to the Knight of Swords is this Ten of Cups, and that's right under the Knight of Wands. So part of this truth and clarity that you're going to be seeking is, how do they feel about you? because you're falling in love with them. So are they falling in love with you? Are you going to ever be able, feel like you're exchanging equal amounts of love? Is this headed toward a commitment or anything? Do they see a future with you? This is part of your questions. This truth and clarity you need about this Knight of Wands. Next to the Ten of Cups is the King of Pentacles. Male or female, earth energy. This is your card, Virgo. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You're looking at that pentacle. It is about the pentacle. You're like, with this energy, I feel like they're being deceptive. And you're feeling like relationship isn't going anywhere because of their actions. So really looking at that pentacle, this is part of the truth and clarity here. When you rush forward, you're going to get your questions answered, but I feel like they're going to come out the way that you would want them to your surprise. But the Wheel of Fortune, like I say, is right above that King of Pentacles. It is moving. It's trying to pull. See, I look around this card and I have the Six of Cups. I have the Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. It's trying to pull this relationship towards that more stable place, that more secure type relationship. I think the Wheel of Fortune wants this Knight of Wands to settle down. I think that's the whole thing here. The Eight of Wands, close to that soulmate card. This is a lot of communication. Yeah. This can be telephone, texting, Facebook, FaceTime, Zoom, however you do it, through the airways. There's going to be a lot of back and forth going on here. And it has to do with these questions of clarity. So next to the Eight of Wands is the Hermit. The whole point of all this conversation is that you're seeking your path forward. It's like, what way do you go? This is your card, remember, Virgo? It's seeking advice from the universe. And you know that you need to get some clarity. You need some conversation here about what's going on. So the Hermit is the universe. They hear you. They're shining the lantern on all this conversation. So they're saying, yeah, that's what you need. You need to get at the truth here. So on the backside of the Hermit is the Five of Swords. This is, kind of the energy they leave you in. So you're looking back at them. It's like you're always wondering when they're going to turn around and come back. Just like I said with the Knight of Wands. And you collect, every time they leave and come back, you collect more truth and more clarity. You start picking up swords. There's 2 more on the ground. You've already got 3. Excuse me. And it's all because of them. So each time they leave, you think you're getting more truth and clarity about this relationship. Well, the actual truth and clarity is going to come from this conversation. The Nine of Swords is right under the Eight of Wands. So they leave you. They run in and out. So you spend time alone. And then all these thoughts, like, what are they doing? Where are they going? Why don't I hear from them? Why don't I see them? What's happening out there, Why am I laying in bed alone when I love this person? So the Wheel of Fortune is going to move you past and through this Nine of Swords energy. Part of the thing that you're suspecting is that there's a third party, okay? You're thinking there's somebody else. Are they married? Do they have another girlfriend? Are they just out there dating, playing around? What are they doing? So like I said, what are they doing? This is a dark card. And it's about having one too many people, and these are part of your thoughts that run through your head. This is part of what you've reached out to the universe about. This is something you're trying to get clear in your mind. On the other side of the Three of Pentacles is the Justice card. This is under that Five of Swords. Remember? Picking up swords, getting more truth every time they come and go. Well, this is the card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart or around this reading. But this is about balancing your scales. This is about taking one of those swords, holding it up, and putting it in self-protection mode. Not just picking them up, but holding one up against this energy that you're feeling of the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So, this is why you need all this clarity. And you're laying awake. I mean, this is really causing you some mental anguish here. So, seeking the truth and the clarity is going to help you get balanced. Balance your scales. Under the Nine of Swords is the Ace of Wands. Well, guess what this is? This is fresh starts and new beginnings. Remember, I thought that this is all going to work out because the Three of Cups is over here. That this reunion, a lot's going to come out of it the next time they come back in. I think things are going to like start on a new path here towards, there's a lot of passion between you and this person, first off. But I think they're going to run in this next time with the Staff of New Beginnings. I don't think they're going to run out with the Staff of Passion. I feel like you're already getting into because under the Three of Pentacles, you're already getting into this like, well, they come back in, I'm just going to tell them to go away. That's it, because I'm done. It feels like, you're tired of accepting this cup of love when they run out with a Staff of Passion. It's just, you're tired of it. It's throwing your scales off balance. But the Four of Cups is next to the Ace of Wands. And it's because you're suspecting there's somebody else. So you are getting into this. See, the arms are crossed. Look at the posture. This is kind of the feeling that this is like where you're going. This is how you're feeling. When they come back in, I mean, you have all this conversation with them. They do come back in. And they're offering, they want a fresh start. That's what they say. And you're not sure about it. You're like, oh yeah, right. You're going to just run in and out of my life. I know it. That's how it's been going. I don't know what's going on here. But you are going to see the truth. You are going to get the clarity. I have the Ace of Swords here. And there's going to be more conversation when they come back. And I think you are going to start a fresh beginning with this person. And I think you are going to get all the truth and the clarity that you need while you protect yourself at the same time from this happening again. So, I don't think there's a third party. I think it's just part of their nature is like they're used to doing this. And I don't think they really realize what it's doing to you until you bring it up and start talking about it. You need to get this out in the open. That's what the Hermit's saying. Get it all out in the open. That's the only way you can get balanced here. And then they can decide if they want to stay in this relationship or not, and so can you.